Great. I'm going to call to order this meeting of the Monroe County Board of Commissioners. It is Thursday, February 26th, and we will begin with our public statement.
We, the Monroe County Board of Commissioners, renew our commitment to welcome and protect the rights of all people, regardless of age, race, color, creed, disability, sexual orientation, gender, gender identity, marital status, economic status, and national origin. And we affirm the right of every person to live peacefully and without fear. And we will fight and resist at every step discrimination and harmful policies, whatever their source. We believe in diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. We also stand in support of our county public school systems, both RBB and MCCSC.
Thank you so much. I forgot to note for the record that Commissioner Madeira and myself are here and present in the Nat U Hill room, and we have Commissioner Jones joining us via Teams. All right, so I don't know if her mic's been activated. There it has. Perfect. Yep. Thank you. All right, and with that, we will move on to our department updates. And we have Ms. Kelly from the Health Department joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. Just a few updates. According to the Indiana Department of Health, as of February 24th, emergency department visits for COVID-like illness remain stable, and wastewater concentrations are trending down. Flu activity across the state are at moderate levels. Statewide, there were 5 flu-associated deaths for the week of February 8th through the 14th. As a reminder, the Health Department does have combo flu A and B and COVID tests for free. Individuals can walk in Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. to receive free tests.
Thank you so much. Comments or questions? Commissioner Madeira?
I have none, thank you.
Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Kelly, and we'll see you shortly. Thank you. All right, next we have Ms. Myers from Rural Transit. Good morning. It's good to see you.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Good to see you on this little snowy morning. I'm just here for the quarterly update for Rural Transit. And wanted to tell you our 2025 total trip numbers for the full system is 41,466. Monroe County was 15,128, which is about 36.5% of the total of the 4 counties. It's pretty close to the same as last year's ridership, so we're kind of seeing that stabilize now. That does not include the urbanized area routes. That is an additional 6,202 routes. Trips that we had, which is higher actually than 2024, which was just under 6,100 for 2024. So we had a little bit higher. On Tuesday, we had an all-staff, we actually closed the system down for a half day and had all-staff required training for passenger assistance training, which is wheelchair securement, which went really well. Also reviewing footage of real accidents that happened when you don't strap wheelchairs down appropriately, which is a terrible thing to see. It always makes my palms sweat. It's pretty bad. But it was good. We had a good training. We did have our longtime mechanic retire in December, and so we are without that position right now, and we're actually trying to see if we will continue with that arrangement and doing the preventative maintenance through contracted services for a while and see what that cost comparison is. So I'll keep you updated on that as we go forward. The renewal grant will, of course, start coming around in March. And I think it's due mid-May, so you'll see me again hopefully in April, where I'll bring all of that to you for the full next year, which is 2027. I do intend to make sure that we get that in as early as we can, just because of timing of other things going on at the agency. I wanted to give you a heads up. So I don't want to push that to May. I really want to do that in April if I can. And then the only other news I had was that last week we had a catalytic converter stolen off of one of our buses that was up in Indy at Superior Van and Mobility, which is the required place we take them for lift maintenance and repair. So it was behind a fence, and they came in, somebody came in and cut off all of the vehicles that were there, their catalytic converters. So unfortunately, we're going to be dealing with that, which hasn't happened in years. So anyway, that's the big update from rural transit. Any questions there?
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Commissioner Jones, comments or questions?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Commissioner Madeira?
No, I'm just sad to hear they converted the catalytic converter. That's not great.
It's not good.
Yeah.
There is a crime called conversion, right?
Yes,
Yeah, there you go.
tort, yes.
Yeah. All right. I want to thank you again for whatever magic you did to have NDOT pay for urban transit. And I hope they feel as generous for 27, but we'll see.
Yes.
I think that will be an interesting development. 2027 is going to be, this year Bloomington Transit's going to be going through another strategic plan. They did actually invite me to be a part of reviewing their proposals for that, and I agreed to do that. And I think we're in the process of coming together as a committee and looking at who they're going to contract with. And then that will begin the process for them on updating their strategic plan, which will certainly loop in, as I understand it, Monroe County, Town of Ellettsville, rural transit as well. So,
Well, in 2029, still, now 2029, the transit piece falls to the county to finance and administer. So it's interesting that we haven't heard from transit about this. So interesting.
I think you'll probably start to hear from them maybe closer to March or April,
Okay.
based on the RFP information I saw.
Yeah, and it's not on you.
No,
certainly.
absolutely not. I'm always,
I appreciate
I'm
that. I
always
just want to make sure
wide
that,
open.
I'll make that clear for the public.
Yep.
Did you have anything you wanted to add, Angie?
Yes.
Looked like you were going to step in. Okay.
I was, because my understanding is that our Chris is going to be leaving us. Yeah. And I am,
I know. For Clem.
I think that I've been here for the entire time that you have been in that position, and we've had our own battles, and we've come out of it strong and more knowledgeable, and I hate to hear that you're going to be leaving.
I know.
So I just want to say that.
I know. It's really hard, but we're going to see you in a couple months, yeah?
You will, and
okay.
please don't make me cry.
I wanted to cry when I saw that email, honestly.
Yeah. I have, I did announce that I'm retiring early from Area 10. I'm going to do some rebalancing in my life and with home and family. But
Good for you.
It was a really, really difficult decision, probably one of the most difficult decisions I've had, and I'm going to try and say that without.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, but we've got a long way. I think we're going to be in a good place for a smooth transition, and I'm going to be unloading and infusing that person with a lot of deep information and hopefully ethics too. So,
Yeah. It's such important work. People don't realize.
It really is.
It's more than transit, obviously.
And we don't toot our horn enough, but there will be some need for some local advocacy here in the coming months that I will loop you into as far as state administration and area redesign and things like that we're going to need allies.
Perfect.
For sure.
Please let us know what we can do, because it is as important as transit is.
It is.
And that there's so much more.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks,
Angie.
Thank you. I know, my heart is like, rip.
I couldn't even respond when I first saw it.
I know. See you in a couple months. Rolling you to it. All right. Ms. Purdy, did you want to talk about the Towers building remodel?
Yes. So it was brought up during the council's Tuesday night meeting that there was concerns expressed by the election supervisor and the clerk regarding the new space. And I think Councilmember David Henry also had concerns. And it would have been appreciated if they could have spoken with us, because we have everything under control, and the problems that were referenced about telephones, security issues, those are taken care of. Do you have any questions?
No, I think it was a little confusing too, because there were discussions about both spaces and they overlapped, and they shouldn't have overlapped because they're not the same.
Yes.
They will be the same in the future, but right now they're.
Yes, so for clarification, on the first floor of the showers area, we have early voting, and that will be open and ready to go for early voting. The back side of that is actually voter registration, and that is where the election supervisor and her staff will be housed. And that is not scheduled to be open per se in time for early voting. So they're in a temporary space upstairs, but we have the capability of providing the additional phones in the new space as they will need, and we're going to be talking with them to come up with a solution that they would like, that is in that area, because we have the ability to solve their problem that they believe.
Yeah. And we are on track for early voting space being open and operational on time for the that time frame.
Absolutely. Okay. Mr. Kreider has been doing a great job, and he's finding himself torn in 12 different directions. And I know that when it was first brought to us regarding like 3 phones, there was a concern, and he was the one who was able to find the solution of like, hey, why don't we just forward the phones to cell phones, give those cell phones to your staff. That will resolve that point in time. So he's solving problems, and he's going to have a beautiful early voting site, and voter registration is going to be beautiful when it's done too.
Yeah, but that's later, and that's on purpose. That was always planned.
It was
to be
always
later.
planned. Yes, we're having to phase this. We can only do so much
Right.
at one time.
We certainly want to prioritize early voting being open and operational before the rest is done. And Mr. Kreider, you've done a great job. Thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate you. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
No, I think that if anyone from the public has any questions, they're welcome to call our office or attend office hours, and we're always happy to address those questions.
Yeah, for sure. Commissioner Jones, comments or questions?
Just thank you so much to Mr. Kreider and Angie and everyone else who have worked on this. And I think it's going to end up being a really nice situation.
Yeah, I agree. All right, thank you so much. Any other departments have an update for us? All right, with that, we will move on to public comment. This is time for items not on our agenda. We ask each speaker to limit their time to 3 minutes per person, and to provide your name and county of residence as you begin speaking. If you're on Teams, you may raise your hand and wait to be recognized. And we have Mr. MG from the Chamber joining us. Good morning.
Good morning, Commissioners. This is Christopher MG from the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce, and I want to just echo the sentiments of this body on Ms. Meyer's work at Area 10. I've collaborated with her, and the passion she brings and dedication knows no bounds, really. So I'll kind of change my order and kind of talk transit. I was at the Monday public hearing on Route 13 at Bloomington Transit for their board, hearing feedback. and we're at kind of an impasse on that. It was celebrated, the first sort of transit service outside the incorporated area. And we're needing some action from the county, both on the MOU level, which is this body, and then also with the county council, March 10th, and how important that is. That has not been a perfect first year, but I think it's a starting point. I think Commissioner Thomas mentioned the SB1 and how that's going to change, and it's important we continue this service. One thing with transit, it needs to be consistent. That we have a baseline now, I think we can make some improvements, and we heard from in that public hearing what that service means to employees at Park 48, specifically Cook Medical mentioned that. Second, I want to bring up kudos to County Assessor Judy Sharp. She sent letters to, I think it was 120 businesses around the near south side of Bloomington regarding just get some rollbacks on their assessments. She heard some appeals. She saw the conditions down there, the vacancy, the market softening, and she took action with it. I had a very long conversation with her last week, very open, very honest. The work she does is really, for the past 30-odd years, knows no bounds. She's a frequent visitor to the Builders Association luncheons, very honest and impeccable staff that she has. Really appreciated there. And the last thing I want to talk about was the county council's resolution that they did on the Justice Center. And you know, one thing we wanted to hear from the council, I think it's clarity a little bit. We can nitpick on what's included there and what is not, but just axing North Park, getting a cap on what they're looking for. These are at least getting us moving in the right direction. I've been with the public comment, the public meetings on the between the two bodies, and we need some progress. We have a firm deadline, so I'm hoping this is a signal that these two bodies can work together and we can get the Justice Center that Monroe County deserves. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And just as a preview, we're going to be talking about this at our work session, so thank you. Also, line 13, we're waiting on council before we sign anything because we need that appropriation. So, and I believe it is on their agenda for March 10th meeting, so we look forward to seeing how that goes, and we would have to take that vote after the appropriation. All right, any other public comment? None. Let's move on to our next item, please.
I would like to move approval of the minutes from February 12th, 2026.
I will second that. Any comments, corrections, or edits?
No.
Commissioner Jones is no. Okay.
No.
All right. Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the approval of the minutes for February 12th, 2020?
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
Thank you so much. Next item, please.
I would like to move approval of the claims docket for accounts payable for February 26, 2026, and for payroll from February 20th, 2026.
I will second that. Ms. Gaillard, will please tell us about it.
Good morning. The accounts payable claims docket for February 26, 2026 totals $11,941,243.97. This includes all emergency claims and adjustments. The payroll docket for February 20th, 2026 includes $1,690,318.91 in direct cost, and the remaining $720,982.41 were indirect costs, and a grand total of $2,411,301.32.
Right, thank you so much. Comments or questions? Commissioner Jones?
No, I have none, thank you.
Commissioner Madeira?
No.
Okay. All right. Any public comment on this item? You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. right, seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the claims docket, accounts payable February 26, 2026, and payroll for February 20th, 2026?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
All right, thank you so much. I will note for the record, we have received reports from the clerk of the circuit court, and that is for January 2026, from the treasurer, January 2026, and weights and measures report for February 2026, although the month's not done, so that's kind of odd. I think it might be January. All right. And with that, we'll move on to new business, please.
Yes, I would like to move approval for the 2025 Emergency Management Performance Salary Grant. Fund name, EMPG salary, fund number 8188, in the grant amount up to $55,000.
All right, I will second that, and we have Mr. Baker joining us online. Good morning. Need to unmute. Let's see, they need to, there you go. Still muted.
There we go. Good morning, commissioners. Okay, so this grant is our annual grant that we get each year that pays the county $55,000 or up to $55,000 back of our salaries that we get each year.
All right, thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
Nope, I love the word grant.
Yeah. Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's really useful to have this reimbursement, definitely. So thank you. And thank you for your hard work. And I know we had a travel advisory this morning. So it's been a busy morning. I kept looking at radar last night. I kept saying, it's going to rain a little. And then I woke up to this. So, but it's going to be gone by this afternoon, which makes it especially beautiful. It really does. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the 2025 Emergency Management Performance Salary Grant?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, next item, please.
I would like to move approval for the partnership agreement with the Center for Community Engaged Dissemination and Implementation Research, or CEDAR.
Second, Ms. Kelly, good morning again.
Good morning again. So this is just a partnership agreement. There's no funding involved. Essentially, we have been in discussion with Indiana University about coming together, providing a Monroe County Health Department employee who will help to conduct programming for families focused around healthy eating habits and physical activity. So currently the plan is that this would be hosted this summer. It's 8 weeks. The employee would be spending approximately up to 10 hours during that 8-week period, providing these programming and services. But this is aligned with our Health First Indiana initiatives and our department strategic plans.
All right, thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
Commissioner Madeira?
Just that this is, I think, an excellent example, again, of a government IU partnership, and so I'd love to see more of these. I know CEDAR and their work, and this is, of course, our health department, which is awesome. So yeah, wonderful. I
think this is going to be great. My question is actually about something else. And since you're here, you had sent me an email yesterday about that letter or that grant disbursement that has to be done. Are you bringing that to the work session?
I don't have any documentation, but I can talk about it.
Would that be worth doing? Because there's something we need to sign, right? So whatever it is that we need to sign is documentation enough. So if you could do that, that would be great. We are going to have a work session today, so thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes,
I don't have any questions about this. I'm glad to see the program. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the partnership agreement with Cedar?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
All right, thank you. All right, next item, please.
Yes, I'd like to move approval for the Midwest Pre-Sort Service Agreement for printing and mailing Form 11s. Fund name reassessment, fund number 1224, in the amount not to exceed $47,000.
I will second that. Mr. Cockrell, I believe you're handling this today.
Yes, and this is a contractor that we use quite often when we have these mass mailings. The Form 11 is the notice to all property owners of the assessment of their property, land and homes, and has some historical background to it. So that's what the Form 11 is. It's sent out every year about this time, and it's required under state code to be sent out. So I believe this contract is for an amount not to exceed about 42,000 different mailings, which is how many properties we've got to send these notices to.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And some of these are envelopes with multiple properties in them, et cetera. Yep. All right. Let's see. Do my colleagues have any comments or questions? Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
Vera?
No.
No. All right. Any public comment on this item? And I will, as we're waiting to see if anyone wishes to speak, I will echo Mr. MG's kudos for our great assessor. All right, seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the Midwest Pre-Sort Service Agreement for printing and mailing Form 11s?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
Right, thank you so much. Next item, please.
Yes, I would like to move approval for the Centerstone Memorandum of Understanding for the Reentry Program, fund name Justice Partners, fund number 8160, and a grant amount of $30,000.
I will second that, and we have Mr. Williams joining us. Good morning. Tell us all about it.
Good morning. This is a grant that we have been receiving from the state through the federal government for probably at least 6-7 years now. But for the last 3 years, we've used this to overcome one of our biggest hurdles in getting individuals into treatment by having the actual Centerstone clinicians in our office 2 days a week to perform those assessments. So we have 8 open slots every week, and it's proved to be very successful for us, and we're glad that we can continue it. The grant amount that they gave us has dropped dramatically this year, but we're still glad to have at least $30,000 to continue the program.
Right, thank you so much. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
I don't have any. This sounds like a wonderful program. Obviously, it's been implemented for about 7 years, and I know that our community really relies on it.
Yeah, for sure. Commissioner Jones, comments or questions?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the grant amount is falling. Hopefully it'll go the other direction next year. Thank you for your work on this.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the Centerstone MOU for the reentry program?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mr. Williams. All right, next item, please.
I would like to move approval for the Go Express Travel Service Agreement, fund names County General and Parks Non-Reverting, fund numbers 1000 and 1179, in an amount not to exceed $7,000.
I will second that, and we have our Parks Director, Ms. Whitmer, joining us. Good morning.
Good morning. This is for Go Express Travel, and we will be, you will be seeing a rural transit service agreement in a month or two. So we use both of them. Basically, Karst Summer Day Camp. We start registration Sunday, March 1st. So, you know, we fill up fast. So I encourage everyone, and there's an early bird special, of course. It's a 10-week program. Everyone signs up weekly. We have 4 weeks and 5 weeks, depends on the holiday, that they do such fun stuff. They do a lot of nature activities. They go swimming. They use the splash pad. They're going to go to Blue Springs Caverns. They're going to go to the Indianapolis Zoo. So if I was a kid, I would love to come to camp here. So any questions about Go Express Travel?
Have any Commissioner Jones comments or questions?
No, just this is a wonderful program.
Nope, none.
So grateful for this programming, and I know a lot of families in the community are as well, and I'm with you. I think we need an adult version of
Yes.
Play Like a Kid for several weeks over the summer.
And just so this camp is maybe 37 years old.
Wow,
So
really?
we've been running, yes.
Amazing, amazing. Very cool. That's an interesting piece of trivia. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the Go Express Travel Service Agreement?
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
Thank you so much. Next item, please.
Yes, I'd like to move approval for Wiley's Floor Covering Incorporated for Karst Commons Building. Fund names County General and Parks Non-Reverting. Fund numbers 1,000, 1178, and 1179 in an amount not to exceed $6,410.83.
I will second that. Ms. Whitmer, tell us all about it, please.
Well, this is exciting too, believe it or not. Our floor is probably 10 years old, and it has large holes in it now and popping up. The kids at day camp use it. We have tons of people. It's a climate controlled with a full kitchen you can rent, so we need to keep the stuff looking nice and safe.
Yeah.
And this was the lowest quote we got.
Great, thank you so much. Let's see if my colleagues have comments or questions. Commissioner Madeira?
No, I do not. This sounds wonderful. Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
Yeah, we're floored. All right. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the Wiley Floor Covering Inc. Commons Building Agreement?
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
And next item, please.
Yes, I'd like to move approval for Bledsoe Reichert Cooper James Engineering Services for the Nature Preserve. Fund name Food and Beverage, fund number 4932, in an amount not to exceed $28,000.
I will second that. Ms. Whitmer.
Yes, it is required to have engineering crew assess everything. They have to also hire a company to look for contaminants in the structures and do what's correct and what's right to do when buildings come down. So this is engineering for building demolition.
Thank you so much. A necessity. Comments or questions? Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
Commissioner Madeira?
Hopefully this turns out not to be an explosive proposition. So no questions.
Yeah, we appreciate the, we're anticipating a letter from the Historic Preservation Board of Review and got some information from their meeting about what will be in that letter regarding the structures on this property. So this is the natural next step, and it's really a safety issue for that property and keeping it secure. All right, let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. right. Seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the Bledsoe Rigger Cooper James Engineering Service Agreement for Nature Preserve?
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Right, next item, please.
I'd like to move approval for ordinance 2026-06, amending in the Monroe County Code, Chapter 270, adding 270-83, enumerating the Monroe County Animal Management Fund.
I will second that. Mr. Cockrell.
Yes, I believe this fund has existed for quite a while, and this is just a documentation to make sure we know why it's there.
Okay. It's good that we have that on record. Yeah, because it has been a while. It has been a while. Let's see if my colleagues have any comments or questions. Commissioner Madeira?
None.
Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
All right. I don't either. Let's see if there's any public comment. You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right. Seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on ordinance 2026-06?
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
Thank you so much. Next item, please.
I'd like to move approval for ordinance 2026-08, the amendment to Substance Use Disorder Awareness Commission, or SUDAC.
I will second that. Are you managing this today? I don't see.
I certainly can. I know that there was a school delay this morning, which impacts staff members.
Absolutely.
This is essentially reducing the number of members on SUDAC from 11 to 9. It's done primarily because of inability to get a quorum at the meetings. So reducing those numbers. And
I think that there was also a change in the makeup, excuse me, of the appointments, in that they added, I believe, one justice,
Right. Right.
System member.
Right, which makes sense.
Right.
Which makes sense. This committee that does important work, but the public is always invited to attend as well. I mean, this certainly isn't saying that people can't come. We would appreciate public attendance and input at the meetings. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira, since this is your committee?
No, I think these changes are very necessary, increases input from stakeholders that need to provide that input, and again, makes it easier to have meetings because it's harder to do committee business, commission business, if you can't meet due to lack of a quorum.
All right. Commissioner Jones, comments or questions?
No, I don't.
All right. If there's any this item, you can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on ordinance 2026-08?
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
Thank you so much. Move on to the next item, please.
Yes, I'd like to award DC Construction Services Incorporated the Curry Pike Reconstruction Project. Fund name, Westside Economic Development, fund number 4920, in the amount of $679,420.75.
Right, I will second that. Ms. Ridge.
Good morning. So sealed bids were opened at your February 5th regular commissioners meeting. We had 5 sealed bids that were received. The contract and project was discussed at the February 28th Redevelopment Commission Board meeting, and the department received approval to move forward with the project. So we're requesting to award it to DC Construction Services.
I would just note that I believe that meeting was on the 18th, not the 28th.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's tomorrow, right?
My time machine is not working
Yes.
today. All right. Comments or questions? Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
Commissioner Madeira?
Nope.
Ms. Ridge, would you talk through some of the things that are going to happen to Curry Pike for the residents?
Sure. So this is the first phase of what we consider could be 3 phases of reconstruction of Curry Pike. This section runs from the Bloomington city limits, which is around Beasley Drive, to State Road 48, or just short of that, where it changes jurisdictions for the city. So we will be milling it, we will be doing curb work, drainage work, sidewalk repairs, and then paving the road, and it'll all be done in 2026 for this section.
Great, thank you so much. All right, let's see if there's any public comment on these items. You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none. Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on awarding DC Construction Services, Inc. the Curry Pike Reconstruction Project?
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
All right, thank you so much. Next item, please.
Yes, I would like to move approval to award E&B Paving and Milestone Contractors the asphalt material supplies bid, fund name Motor Vehicle Highway, fund number 1176, in varying amounts.
I will second that. Ms. Ridge.
So typically we award to the 2 suppliers for the asphalt, basically due if there's supply issues, plants break down, the vicinity of where we're hauling to a paving project. So, and then also for our cold pack for patching. So we award it to both so we can be more economical of where we're hauling the materials from.
Yeah, makes sense. All right, comments or questions? Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
Commissioner Madeira?
No.
I don't either. It makes a great deal of sense. And, just as the snow season ends, the orange cone season begins. But we'll be grateful for it. All right, let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. Seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on awarding E&B Paving and Milestone Contractors the asphalt material supplies bid?
Commissioner Thomas.
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira.
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
It is approved, 3-0.
Okay, thank you so much. Next item, please.
Oh, sorry. I would like to move approval for Butler, Ferryman, and Seufert Incorporated for part-time engineering support. Fund name, Local Road and Street, fund number 1169, in an amount not to exceed $135,000.
I will second that. Ms. Ridge.
So we are requesting to enter this agreement with Butler, Ferryman, Seufert for the part-time engineering support after the retirement of our full-time highway engineer. We will have the engineer on site for 1 full day a week, attend hybrid or in-person meetings as needed. The agreement is for 1 year. We've worked with this firm for a long time, but we also know Brent Winholt, and he was a Du Bois County highway engineer for 11 years before entering into this new role. So he's quite familiar with federal aid projects, plan reviews, drainage calculations, things like that that we will need in-house until we can hire a full-time engineer. I know it's in high demand for engineers around the state, is my understanding. I know it took the city of Bloomington a couple years to just now fill one of their transportation engineers. So Brent is here, so I'm going to kind of put him on the spot so he can introduce himself. I know, I'm sure he'll be, working with parks and planning department, so we'll take him around, introduce him, take him out to our project locations and get him familiar. And Butler Fairman also has a couple of some of our projects and have worked in Monroe County for many years. So we're thrilled to have him. So
excited. It'll be fun. I think this will be fun. Yeah, I've known Lisa the whole time I was at Du Bois County. I have a really good relationship with her, so I look forward to helping out. I have lots of experience in local government. A lot of curveballs been thrown my way. That's one thing I told Lisa with local government. Everything changes, so.
Yeah. And most of that's due to the state, so, as you know. All right, it's good to meet you.
You too.
We look forward to working with you. Of course, we're on the Stormwater Board, and we're here every week, and planning and everything else. We definitely will appreciate your assistance. Thank you.
Fantastic. Yes.
Any comments or questions from my colleagues? Commissioner Madeira?
No, thank you.
Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
Thank you. All right, let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You can raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the Butler, Fairman, and Seifert, Inc. part-time engineering support agreement?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
Thank you so much. Next item, please.
Yes, I would like to move approval for Butler, Fairman, and Seifert Incorporated for Baby Creek Bridge 629 replacement. Fund name Baby Creek Bridge number 629, fund number 8167, in the amount of $239,300.
All right, I will second that. Ms. Ridge.
So we go through the NDOT process for RFPs on scoring consultants for different phases of our federal aid projects. This is for the phase of construction inspection services for the Baby Creek Road replacement bridge. I do want to say that our inspector for this project that Butler Fairman has assigned is Rob Burkhart. No ties with Brent. There will not be any conflicts. The whole RFP process went before we did the negotiations for an part-time engineer. So we realized that we'll keep those two areas separate because we don't want any conflicts on our projects. But we've had many projects with Butler Fairman on construction inspection services. They were the high score. NDOT verified all of our paperwork, our calculations to verify this. So that's why we would like to have the contract approved.
All right, thank you so much. An important project, and I appreciate the explanation. Comments or Commissioner Madeira?
No, thank you.
Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't.
All right. Any public comment on this item? You raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none. Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the Butler, Fairman, and Seifert, Inc. agreement for Baby Creek Bridge 629 replacement?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
All right, next item, please.
Yes, I'd like to move approval for the NDOT agreement for the Eagleson Bridge number 922 replacement. Fund name Eagleson Bridge number 922, fund number 8176, in an amount of $5,326,229.62. That was going to be a very unintentionally cheap bridge.
Yeah, I will second that, but I always love that they throw in the 62 cents, you know?
Yes.
Just like, my gosh. All right, Ms. Ridge, tell us about this, please.
I've mentioned this in the past couple of weeks. We had the bid letting for this bridge replacement in January, and NDOT reached out with some extra funding that they had to go towards the project of construction, which decreased our local match from about $997,000 down to $160,000. So this is actually updating the contract with NDOT to cover those extra allocated funds.
Such good work. My goodness. Boy, it's huge. Comments or questions, Commissioner Madeira?
No, this sounds like it's a less troubled bridge over Monroe County waters.
Yeah.
So.
Commissioner Jones, comments or questions?
No, I don't.
All right. Yeah, so grateful. This is where your experience and your incredible connection with NDOT has paid off for Monroe County residents.
It was a nice phone call. It was very unexpected. So, we did not know the extra funding was out there. We didn't ask. It was just basically Monroe County had stepped up and the commissioners had supported the contracts for taking over that bridge replacement. So that's why basically NDOT came back to us. They knew we didn't have to take over the project for them. We did willingly. So they put the extra funding towards the project for us.
Huge, huge. I'm not sure why the clock is ringing early.
I don't either.
7 minutes to. I was like, wait.
It's thrown off by the snow too.
Yeah, maybe. All right. Thank you again for this. Let's see if there's any public comment on this item. You raise your hand in Teams or come to the podium. All right, seeing none, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the NDOT agreement for Eagleston Bridge 922 replacement?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
All right, thank you so much. Next item, please.
Yes, I'd like to move to approve ordinance 2026-02, the Reese rezone.
I will second that. Have Mr. Myers joining us from planning. Good morning. Tell us all about it, please. Oh, you are still muted.
There we go. Just got promoted. Okay, let me share my screen here. All right. So this is REZ-25-8, also known as Ordinance 2026-02, the Reese rezone from limited business to agricultural residential. This is at 7353 West Eller Road in Van Buren Township, Section 22. The rezone is to go from limited business to agricultural residential for a 6-acre parcel. And the purpose is to match this parcel with the adjoining property to the west, which is also owned by the petitioner, all to be zoned agricultural residential. There was a prior commercial business on the subject property, which is the 6-acre parcel, and that is why they had the limited business zoning district. That business has since stopped operations and has dissolved as well. As I stated, the adjacent parcel to the west contains 14 acres and is also owned by the petitioner. Deed records indicate that the two parcels are indeed one lot of record, totaling 20 acres, and their separation into individual parcels is due to a township section line that bisects the two. So moving from the limited business zone to the agricultural residential zone will allow the commercial structures that are currently on that 6-acre parcel to be converted to agricultural use. And the petitioner has also stated a potential interest in establishing a new dwelling on the property in whole, which would involve the demolition of the existing residence on the 14-acre parcel. On the screen, we have the definitions for the limited business zone and the agricultural residential 2.5 zone. We can come back to those if we need to. Here on the screen is the location map. So the red polygon here is the 6-acre parcel, and then to the west is the 14-acre parcel. So we see that here now. It's displayed on the screen. You can see the different zoning jurisdictions currently, and they're going from that limited business to agricultural residential. We now have on the screen the site conditions map showing all slopes that are less than 25% in no coloring. Slopes that are greater than 25% are colored in red, so you can see that the property is no concern for those steep slopes, and you can see the former commercial structures are concentrated in the northeast corner. You can also see the existing single-family residence that kind of straddles the lot line between the two parcels here in the western section of the property. Here are the pictures from the prior or former commercial structures on the property. I'm just going to click through these. This is West Eller Road that you see here. And then on this screen, on the left photograph, you can see the existing single-family residence on that 14-acre parcel. And then another photograph of just the general slope of the land. Some more photographs here of those former commercial structures. I also included some information from the county development ordinance. This area is designated as rural transition. Come back to any of this if we'd like, but it is all in the packet. Now on the screen, we have the letter from the petitioner stating their request, as well as a letter from the Office of the Secretary of State from the state of Indiana, certifying that the commercial business on the property has since dissolved. And now on the screen, I have the information from the county development ordinance for the limited business zone and the agricultural residential zone, giving you a side-by-side comparison of the differences between uses, that being primary uses, conditional uses, and accessory uses. And finally, on the last screen here, we have the recommendation. So staff initially recommended to the Plan Commission, forwarding a positive recommendation to the Board of Commissioners for this rezone, citing its compatibility with the comprehensive plan and subject to highway and stormwater program reports. And then on December 18th, 2025, the Plan Commission voted 8-0 to forward this petition to the Board of Commissioners with that positive recommendation and no conditions of approval. I'll now take any questions.
My colleagues have any questions? Commissioner Madeira, comments or questions?
No, I think after that detailed presentation, the least we can do is approve it.
Commissioner Jones, comments or questions?
Yeah, I'm always pleased to see land revert to agricultural. So this is good news.
Yeah, and this is good land for growing. So
yes.
Yeah, it's really nice. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if the petitioner's representative is present and wishes to offer information. Don't see anyone. Okay. All right. We'll move on then to public comment. Does anybody wish to speak in favor of this petition? You may raise your hand on Teams or come to the podium here in the Nat U Hill room. Does anyone wish to speak in opposition to this petition? Again, may come to the podium or raise your hand on Teams. It is as non-controversial as it was when it was presented to the Plan Commission. Okay. All right. So any other comments or questions, Commissioner Jones?
No, I don't. Thank you.
Commissioner Madeira, comments, questions?
No.
All right. I don't either. I appreciate Mr. Meyer's presentation and the work the staff has done to bring this to fruition. Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on ordinance 2026-02?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Myers. Thank you for waiting. All right. We have one appointment today. So the Ellisville Town Council has put forward Mr. William Ellis for the Waste Reduction District, Monroe County Board of Directors, and we have to make the official appointment. So I move to appoint William Ellis to the Waste Reduction District of Board of Directors, and the term ends December 31st, 2027.
I will second that.
All right, all those, I'm sorry, Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll on the appointment?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Madeira?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
All right, thank you so much. We look forward to working with Mr. Ellis on the board. Okay, and I know he's already had outreach from Tom McGlasson, the director of the Waste Reduction District. Nothing huge and earth-shattering this week in terms of announcements, but a good time to remind everyone to sign up for the resident alert system. Just click on the megaphone on our website. I think there's still a megaphone there. in.gov/county/Monroe. You see it every day and you stop looking at it. There are still some openings for boards and commissions, including the library board and the health board, animal management, and traffic. Go to the county website and apply today if you're interested in serving on any of those boards or commissions. We continue to have virtual office hours each week on Teams, each month on Teams, 6 times each month on Teams. And again, if you go to the calendar on our homepage, you can see those days and times and just drop in to speak about anything. Did you have something?
I just want to say that the megaphone has been changed to a little house with an exclamation mark.
Probably. You know, it's so funny because you just go every day to that website and you just, yeah, the house with the exclamation point. That must be where I live. Little Stanley going, oh. I will note as well that, thank you. I will note as well that we continue to support, co-sponsor the blood drive at Ivy Tech. The next blood drive dates are Tuesday, March 3rd and Wednesday, March 4th. March 3rd, 10 a.m. to 3, March 4th, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. This is at Ivy Tech. C130A and B. You should go to redcross.org to make an appointment, or you can probably just drop in because we always need donors. Anything else for the good of the order? I know we have a work session galore, which with more items than what's posted, because we are going to talk about the council's resolution. We're going to talk about that health letter that we need to get signed. So let's get that organized.
And I have an amendment to a YSB contract that I need to add on.
Okay.
Okay, and then Lisa has something too.
Very small, very minimal.
I wasn't shooting you daggers. I was just thinking, make the list. All right. Lisa Ridge. And YSB contract. Okay, so it looks like we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items on our agenda.
And I might add one, because we had a letter to the election board.
That was it. Thank you.
I wasn't the only one.
I'm not even going to count them again. But thank you for that, reminding me about that, because you just did a few minutes ago and it's already left my head. I've not had enough caffeine today. All right, so we will come back at, can we come back at 11:20? Is that good for you, TSD? Okay, good. See the thumbs up. All right, we will come back at 11:20. Our next meeting is Thursday, March 5th, right here in the Net Your Home at 10 a.m. I won't be here, but my colleagues will. And with that, we are adjourned. Thank you.